2 months ago, I did a stupid viral haircut that I never really wanted. I just wanted to show you guys what it would look like on me. But truth be told, I have been cursing about this haircut since getting it. Can you see the issues with the haircut? This haircut leaves the bottom portion of your hair so heavy. And by only layering a little bit off this top section, you almost collapse the shape of the haircut. And finally, we're gonna fix it. What's good, everybody? It is our lucky day, you and me, because we are going to be fixing my DIY butterfly haircut. And we're gonna talk about why ponytail haircuts aren't a good option for everybody. Specifically, if you are curly. Before we get into the controversy, let me just clarify that I am a professional licensed hairstylist that likes to help you solve your hair problems with some solutions. So if you would like to see how I take my haircut from this to this, then keep on watching and let's get to it. Part of the reason why ponytail haircuts might not be the best option for curly hair is because most of the time when you have curly hair, you have got multiple textures. That being said, there are many ways that you can cut curly hair, but it depends on the canvas. If you do like to straighten your hair, and this isn't the haircut for you, but if not, this is for us. So to build it out and up and rounded, we're gonna be focusing most of the haircut in the back. We're not gonna need any ponytails for this, just some clips. Your hair cutting scissors, because if they're not for hair, they might not be sharp enough and they will split your ends on contact. And it may be helpful to have a wide tooth comb or just your fingers are fine, as well as a hair cutting cape. I just bought a new one that's white. This is more like a barber's cape. It's rubber at the top so that hair doesn't fall through. Major disclaimer and apologies in advance. This pains me to say that a few of these sections of the video are blurry. We tried our best in post-production to clear it up, but I was not in focus. Note that I am doing this on hair that is pretty much clean. I only styled with a bonding cream, so there's really not much in my hair. Right now I am just very gently detangling with my hands. A big key in this haircut is that we're not going to be using a lot of tension. We actually want the curl to be able to spring and show us where it lives, and by doing this I am helping to expand it. So I'll be right back once I'm done here. Alright, so now see how this is very much giving a bell? All of this hair from the bottom to even up here, pretty much one length. So what I want to do is not quite layer the haircut. Layering tends to remove a lot of weight, but also thin out the ends, and I like how dense the bottom of my hair looks. I just want the curls to stack better. In order to build out the shape, we need to start at the base, the foundation, the basement, if you will. So to correct the haircut, we're gonna split it down the back, because my guideline is the front length. I don't want to go shorter than this. So I'm going to take some of the back, and excuse me for turning. I need to see what I'm doing. See, now when I bring that to the back, you can see I took some of the length off from there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and then we're going to connect the back. I really want more of a straight line. I've been digging that. I just want it to look really nice and full and straight back. How far you move and cut the hair from where it naturally falls is what determines the shape. The first section of the hair was cut straight down. Now we're going to start taking sections. Now this is a head sheet for those who may find this helpful, perhaps other hairstylists. To get that curl stacking action, I'm lifting this section about 45 degrees out from my head before cutting it. And I'm doing the same thing to the subsequent sections up the head. Every time I take a new section of hair, I use a little bit of the previous section and I lift the hair a little bit higher until I reach the crown of my head. I'm taking into account that the hair in this section grows out of my head at a different angle. So I lift it up even more, and you guessed it, I use my guide from the previous section to determine what length to cut it. I just do this for a couple more sections until I reach the top of the head. When I feel like there's an area that's too heavy, I like to pick up these diamond or triangle shaped sections, and I'll elevate the hair about 90 degrees from where it falls and cut to layer it. And that's the back. It's time to connect the front side sections to the rest. I'm switching up the angle of my subsections. Instead of horizontal, we're now working vertically. And I'm directing these panels of hair towards the back to match it up with my guide and trim it up. And that's gonna help me maintain length at the front, which again, I am not trying to lose any more of. I'm just connecting the front to the back. If the front sections of your hair are super short, they might not reach to the back, and that's okay. Oh, This is gonna be it, ma'am. It's just gonna be it. You need to be really careful with the hair in your ear region because it tends to be a finer density of hair. You don't tend to have a lot of hair there. So you want to preserve some of that fullness. You want to preserve some of that weight at the bottom. So to do that, to keep more weight, we don't want to elevate. We want to keep the section lower to the perimeter. Gorgina, she's gonna be stunning. I'm cutting the hair in the position that I wear it, off to the side part. And you can see the side with less hair is a little heavier, so I need to add a little extra layer. As a rule of thumb, if the hair is parted an inch off the center, I cut about an inch off of that lesser side. Once I think I'm done cutting, I think again, and I keep checking the hair. You'll see me fluff it out, shake my head, turn it, curve it, bend it in different directions because I'm checking to see how that hair is laying. All right, after lots of cross-checking, checking again and again and again, I can confidently say that I am at a point that I'm happy. So now what's left to do is to shampoo, condition, and I'll come right back for some very simple styling and the final results. You can see I'm excited to almost be done here. I'm styling super simply one product. This is the curl foaming gel that I created with Verb. It's gonna give me light moisture because I don't need a ton of that, but it's gonna help give the curls some shape, some medium hold, and lots of shine so I look divine. Well, now that that's all been fixed, taken care of, renewed, refreshed, and volumed, I feel like I can resume. And a round of applause for the craftsmanship. Obviously, this haircut is not as easy to do as a ponytail haircut, but that's because I was truly customizing this. If you wanted to do something similar to it, but simpler, check out my universe haircut tutorial. That video will show you how to get a similar result using much less steps and using ponytails. But remember, if you do have multiple different textures in your hair, those haircuts might not be the best for you. And if you don't feel you have the confidence to execute a haircut like this, don't do it. See a professional or at least watch this 3 or 4 more times because I have faith that you can do it and this will save, a curly haircut can run you easily $150 and I've seen some curl specialists charge upwards of $500, which if you now feel confident enough to have a hack at it, then do let me know. Otherwise, don't. But wait, but just before we go, we have to answer a question from last week's video. Zoe shared a really long, heartfelt comment. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm sorry, we were going to a question. Another Zoe asks, when buying a pillowcase for my hair, is there a big difference between silk and satin? Is one better than the other? Very good question. Satin is actually the weave. So silk is satin, but satin is not silk. Silk is a fabric. It's actually made of silkworms, so it's not vegan. It is derived from insects. It is a naturally derived, not synthetic fabric. It is also hypoallergenic and truly luxury. I have both, and I have found that there's a bit of a difference feeling wise on the silk side, but satin, the more accessible kind, is usually made out of polyester, which it feels just as silky, but it is polyester, which is plastic. I find it's not as breathable, but it is way more affordable. So if you feel like treating yourself, silk is the more luxurious option, but satin gets the job done just as well. I could put links to some of my favorite options in the description box below. I'll also put links to products that I use in today's video to get these results, some affordable scissors on Amazon, as well as my cutting cape, and anything else you will need if you are going to be DIY cutting, including more tutorials. So check it out below and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Peace. Okay, this setup might be a sleigh. I've got a fucking mirror there. I can actually see myself. Lights, camera, action. You can see me here. Look back at it. Do you see the issue with this haircut? Oh, yes. I am low-key sweating and there's lots of hairs on my face. I feel like I just lost a couple pounds. There are several thousand hairs all over the floor, which I'm not excited to clean up. I'm itchy just thinking about it. Yes. No, for real. Okay, I have to send a video to Amanda. Are you ready to jingle your bells? It's Mel's. Hello. Where the fuck did you just come from? Where did you? Did somebody say Skip? This fucking piece of hair is the bane of my existence. Where did you come from? Where do you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. What? I don't know. I just